will live in a chaotic and violent world. A place where people have to carry knives and guns is a place where democracy has failed. The point of subscribing to democracy is to relieve people from the need to defend ourselves with the understanding that the state will protect us. That means that all people who live in this country are entitled to protection, regardless of their citizenship status. Even if someone is a new arrival, or what we may call an immigrant, they are entitled to protection as long as they buy into the laws and regulations of our democracy. With that said, why is it that certain groups of people experience more violence than others? Native American men are more likely to be killed by a police officer than any other demographic in the United States. Native women are born with a 50% chance of being sexually assaulted. The majority of these cases are perpetrated by white men on reservations where the indigenous legal systems do not have jurisdiction to convict non-native people. The average life expectancy of trans women of color is 35 years young, and it's not much older for that of whites. Black women who enter the criminal justice system routinely experience violence and sexual assault while in police custody. Videos of black men brutalized by police officers are posted online every day. In these videos, black men are assailed by officers for resisting arrest. But we all know that resisting arrest is synonymous with breathing while black. Latin American migrants in the United States, commit less crimes than American citizens, but still, they suffer forced deportations at alarming rates. Some say that people of color should stop committing crimes and that will end the brutality that they suffer. But I want to ask the white Q tonight why the communities that are most at risk for suffering violence should be held to a higher standard than that of their counterparts. The groups who are the offspring of people of victims of genocide and enslavement continue to give up their rights to defend themselves with the perpetrators of violence against them. But the perpetrators all too often happen to be police officers. Contrastingly, when terrorist organizations like the KKK and white supremacist ideologues commit acts of violence against these vulnerable groups, the police are mobilized to protect the terrorists. There is obviously a double standard in place when a white supremacist can shoot up a black church and be coddled by the police force, while a 12-year-old black boy is murdered by a police officer for looking suspicious. In light of the double standard that I have mentioned, the police are not our heroes. And when I say our, I talk about racialized people in the United States. The police have actually maintained a state of vulnerability amongst communities of color in favor of the colonial relationship to stolen land that white supremacists have had since they landed here. The police are their heroes, not